It's the program.
How original. Wait a minute.
Yeah, hey everybody. Like I said,
the program, we're on TV once again every day. We turn on the machines and we just talk to
die,
people for an hour. Yeah, die.
cough, hurl, gag.
Croak.
Luke!
What?
Hey, you're back.
My back, my front,
Your front?
my middle,
Well,
and my sides.
You're sack. You're back. It's been a while. I mean, you've been on TCTV a couple of times, I think.
Yeah, probably, dances and karaoke-olas. Yeah.
We had a couple of episodes, I think, of the program here too, within the last couple of months, anyway. But
Oh, yeah.
when was the last time you were here? I think it's been
I don't
months.
I have been anti-social, anti-going out for quite a while. Because it's, like, expensive, and my rent just went up, and all that kind of shit, so.
You can do free things.
Yeah,
There's
so I
plenty
do.
of free things.
Free things are cool. So
I
I'll do
actually
them.
spend almost no money going out most of the time. I try not to anyway.
I mean, there was this exception to that, in that policy that lasted a few months. It's like I went out to see the Kicking Giant show, and old time religion and Kicking Giant.
Reunion.
Yeah, it was like a big hug fest of old school Olympians, and including me. I would go there and do a little bit of hugging. Yep.
Hey,
Hugging.
Remember
Hugging?
the past? When you
The past.
you ran into
Hugging.
people and say, remember when in the past when we knew each other then, and now it's now, and we still do.
Yeah, it's like that.
So you've
Because
been,
like it brought people from 50 miles around. Yeah.
what have you been doing when you're not going out? You're just staying home and.
Yeah, I've been occasionally writing some paragraphs in my book.
Oh, a
and,
book?
Occasionally learning a new program on the computer, a little Blender, the 3D animation thing, and just looking at Facebook and maybe finishing up an old drawing of mine, making an art piece.
You're writing a book though, huh? You're
Yeah,
interested in this book.
my book.
What kind of book? Have I talked to you about the book in the program before? Or,
I don't think you have, no.
can I ask you about the book?
Yeah, sure.
What's-
It's
What's with the book? I never tried to write a book before. This is your
Yeah.
first book?
Yeah. I'm like trying to write a book about the relief of suffering. And I call it A Diary of a Person Confused About the Relief of Suffering. And that would be me, the person confused about it. And yeah,
Is it autobiographical?
some
Or
of it.
Is it fictional? Is it a story or what?
Oh,
What's
it's prose, totally prose.
Yeah.
It's just like my meditations on the relief of suffering.
There's like a story.
Nope. No
story,
plot.
prose?
No plot.
What's prose without a plot?
I thought prose was something without a plot.
I thought
I might be mistaken about that.
I thought prose is like describing a scene. I thought I thought a prose book is like a movie in a book.
I
You know?
always thought of those as novels and fiction.
You're both right.
Am I both right?
What is
I don't
prose?
know.
Oh,
I don't know.
you don't know? You're just saying we're both right just in an argument because
All right,
we're
audience.
trying to figure it out.
Google prose and
Hey,
find out for
look
yourself.
at me right now. Look at me. I'm freaking
Look at me. English
Switzerland.
professor.
No, Switzerland right here.
Well, we don't-
I'm caught
we don't-
between
we don't
you
need-
and you, and I'm Switzerland.
need
I
s-
gotta be.
We don't need Switzerland. I don't think I'm right, and he doesn't think he's right. We're trying to find out what is right by consensus. We're not trying to fight. I'm not like, I'm right, and he's not, hey, I'm right. And then when you come to an agreement in the middle, we're both like, I'm not really sure what it is.
Sounds like all three of us here on this couch just don't know the definitive answer to this.
Yeah. We're just trying to figure it out. We don't know. We don't know.
Well, we can find something to fight about if you want.
No.
But
Your
not
hat
this, not this
sucks.
thing. What's
Kenny's
My
hat
hair
sucks.
sucks.
your hat? Sucks.
My
Oh.
hat doesn't suck.
your
Your
hat
hat.
sucks.
Well, I got hair.
Carl, you gotta
hair
get
hat.
in the middle of this.
I
We're
got
fighting.
hair hat.
We're having a
My
fight.
hair hat sucks.
What's happening, Switzerland?
Yeah. Switzerland, stop our head back.
You hatless motherfucker. We don't need you.
I love you too, bro.
What? So it's fiction, but it's not a plot.
Right. It's
But-
not fiction. No, it's not fiction.
Oh, what?
It's like just me
Uh huh.
offering my meditative thoughts and opinions about the relief of suffering. And it's not offered as a plot. There's no characters or anything like that. It's
Uh-huh.
just me meditating on the facts about it. Yeah.
So
Is
what-
it kind of Buddhist?
Hell no.
No.
Oh.
What kind of book would you like? What kind of genre of book is that? Like would it be like maybe kind of like a
Self-help.
self-help or
Well, I'm a bit confused about that myself. It's like as I consider, as I fantasize about submitting it to a publisher, I'm wondering how the hell they would try to market it. It's like, who do we try to sell this to? Because like it's not really a strict book on philosophy. It's not really a strict journal. It's some hybrid in between. I don't know how to sell this thing. So yeah, I don't know. Because like it is definitely not a self-help book.
How-
No, in no way
But
is
is it
that.
in maybe in the style of a self-help book though? It seems to be.
No, not even in the style. No.
So would it be health?
Are you a big
Uh,
reader?
Hell no, I hate reading.
Would it be a help self
You don't have
book?
any kind of like references or anything that you're
Self-help.
in your writing.
Health self?
I
Help
cite
self?
sources here and there. Yeah.
No, but like not like. What's funny, Carl?
Citing sources.
Citing sources, yeah.
I mean, I don't really cite sources.
I hate reading, but I do it once in a while.
But like,
Like I read like one book
I don't
every
mean
2
references
years.
as in like things that you reference. I mean references like you read a book and you think I would like to write like this maybe or maybe inspirations. That's what they call references when you're
Oh.
because we stand on the shoulders of giants
Right.
when we make art. Really, I think, and there's always influences and things that you're kind of basing. There are influences. Maybe you have any influences?
Influences, yeah.
Fee,
Yeah.
fi, fo, fum.
I got some influences, but I don't pretend to emulate them or anything like that.
Well, you don't not consciously, but they're in there. You don't have
Yeah.
anything. You can't write without thinking of something. And it's always you're.
Oh, yeah.
We're all made of our memories and.
For example, I mention and rely upon Ayn Rand's objectivism a lot in the book. So there's that giant shoulder to stand on. So
Yeah.
I do that, and otherwise, I'm just citing other people's, quoting and citing other people's works from
How long is it-
around
how-
all kinds of things.
How long is the book so far?
I don't know. It might be 150 pages so far.
Whoa!
Oh boy.
And how do you have any end goal or for length or?
No, I do not think of my end goal in terms of length. Not at all. I just like it's done when I've said what I needed to say. Yeah.
Yeah, and do you have a plan for the rest of it, or is it?
Yeah, I do.
You do. So.
Because I got basic chapters, titled and labeled, and
Yeah, is that like an outline?
yeah, and so I've written like 3 of the chapters so far, and I'm working on another one. And
3 of how many?
probably around 10, I think.
Wow. And
Yeah.
how long have you been writing this book?
I think I just started like 2 years ago, but
Wow.
I'm not really a good writer or a well-disciplined writer, so it's like I'll write an average of a paragraph a month.
Oh, yeah,
so I
that's very
expect
little.
I'll probably finish this book in 10 years at my normal pace.
What made you want to write a book?
Oh, because I'm very interested in the relief of suffering, and I have been all my life, and I've had some very oddball ideas about how to go about it, and all of the advice and knowledge offered on the topic of relieving suffering that I've heard from other people seems very suspect to me. and I want to challenge it.
Well, I think that there isn't a relief in that. You have to deal. Like,
Yeah.
so like, it's there and deal with it. That's what my
Yeah, that's
thing.
your personal take
that's
on
what I
it.
say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna go anywhere. It's just part. It's reality.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you have to just be okay with it. But yeah, I mean, I guess really, you don't have to be very. You can maybe dull it a bit, but I think it'll be there.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
It's
that
always going to
approach.
be there.
Yeah.
I kind of want to write a book. I want to get an intern though, just to transcribe the program, so I don't need to write a book, and then call that a book.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be about this show here?
So they would just, all they would do is just start writing, like what we say, and
Yeah.
and then
Compile it into one big...
and then it was and then after that, and then I would say that I wrote a book, just so I could be like, yeah, I'm a writer. I wrote a book.
If I'm not mistaken, I think YouTube does automatic transcription now.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be very good though. I want to get an intern to do it instead of a robot.
Right, because the robot can mishear
Yeah.
things.
Or the intern would be like
We love you, Google Voice, but sometimes you
Proofing.
get it wrong.
proofing the Google translation.
yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I love sometimes voice Google.
Have you ever tried to write a book, Carl?
Yeah, I was trying to do this one of more art-based book.
What does that mean?
Well, so
Like a
like
picture book?
When I went to Portland, I was like listening to this talk, and I was really inspired to do a thing, the color of the rainbows, and maybe I'll get to be doing that in the near or far future or whatever happens to be, however I arrived at that junction. But no. To answer the question, I have not written a book, but I certainly have thought about it, and using like circles and like a golden mean. For those that don't know, golden mean, it's like the
Golden ratio.
yeah.
It's a ratio.
Well,
What are you talking
right.
about? What did you say?
It's a golden mean. It's
Mean?
mean, like a golden mean,
average?
golden ratio. They describe the same thing. So it's. I was kind of wanting to do somewhat of an artistic book, and
I
having.
still don't know what an artistic book is.
Well, it was basically just like colors and
So
you
like
have
pictures.
like text. Oh no, you have text around the perimeter of the circles, and that's where the content of the words of the book would come into play.
So every page of the book is like words that are like in weird shapes.
Yeah, like
that's what, like, part of reading-
round in circles.
Part of
You
reading
know.
is like trying to figure out like which part is first and stuff.
Yeah, it's just
Well-
like David Byrne once said, in the future, the written word will function as an art form only.
Whoa.
that's
So you're going there.
That's
well,
like,
I think the Romans and Greeks already beat me.
it's hard to
or-
read.
There might be other languages
That's
that
how
are
you fight the
extinct or whatnot.
those internet books. You can't put that book into an internet book.
Oh
You're
yeah,
crazy.
well
Word circle.
yeah, well certainly there would be I'm such a fan of the Costco Photo Center. They can do photo books as well, and whatever you have an image, they'll reproduce it and for a cost of of course,
free.
but no, it's always for a cost. But it's yeah. I wonder if I get to realizing some of the artistic visions that I have, or it's just like boop and it's gone.
We're writing down numbers on our hand between 1 and 6. We're trying to visualize the future. If you at home, if you want to get out a pen, you can write down a number 2. What is your? How does your book start off, Luke? And is that too much? I'm trying to get my head around this book.
My book begins basically with the warning that says, "Warning: this is not a self-help book. If you're suffering, don't read this."
It's a dice
So-
game.
It's time for the dice game, and we're hoping for a 2 because that's my number.
5.
Ha!
I lost.
Yeah, me too.
I'm okay with that though. Oh wow! Carl got 500 points.
The Carl wins. Yeah.
We had some voicemails.
And are any of them from Mr. Ginsu?
No, Mr. Ginsu is missing.
He kind of
Oh.
stopped calling for a while.
He started getting into some kind of suffering. I think he started suffering.
That's one word to
He got
describe it.
pills. He was
Damn
trying to get. I think he like got narcotics or something. But he started going crazy and started seeing bugs, and then decided that he didn't want to talk to us anymore.
Ugh.
So yeah,
Alright.
he had a really crazy like trip out experience or something. In my opinion, I think it was a trip. And then he left like 10 messages about bugs, and then eventually he started talking about like violence and getting crazy. And then we called him back and we're like, "What about that stuff?" And he's like, "Don't call me again." And then he hung up. And he, after leaving like messages like all night, staying up all night, like tripping out. So he's out there like, hopefully, didn't shoot anybody, which was he was kind of talking about shooting somebody potentially. So hopefully Mr. Ginsu's not in jail or on the run, and he's just sitting at home having a bad trip.
Ugh.
Or even worse.
Damn.
I think at best, he's sitting at home tripping out, and at worst he's like a murderer
Or even
so, like,
gone. But
or dead. Yeah,
narcotics possibly for the back pain and
he was.
stuff?
Yeah, but he was trying to get them or something. But I think he took them. He's like, those pills, they didn't do anything, but my house is covered in bugs now. So like,
Ouch.
it really seems like they did something.
Oh, no.
My house is covered in bugs, and they have nothing to do with the pills. Like,
Oh, really?
you know, that's what. I think maybe they do have something to do with those pills, Mr. Ginsu.
Well, maybe there's a couple of bugs and he's just exaggerating.
well,
Because of the
from
drug.
what this, Kenny has been able to retell this, and it's like, oh yeah, he visualized maggots as being the size of salt crystals or whatever.
He said he saw a pile of dust. He's like, how did that pile of dust get
Yeah.
there? And then as he looked closer upon the pile of dust, it was not a pile of dust. It was a pile of really, really tiny maggots. Which
Wow.
totally does not seem real to me. And I thought maybe it was a joke, but he kept going on about it, and then eventually it's like, I don't think this is. Maybe it's not a joke because
You really believe that?
he sounded like he was really like suffering.
Yeah.
Maybe he could read your book.
That won't help him. But no. My book
Oh,
is
it
not
won't
for
help.
people who are suffering.
So what's it?
It's a strictly intellectual exploration of the topic. It is not meant to give you any hope or relief from suffering.
Yeah, isn't the just like taking a look into it a little bit hopeful though? Just
Well, in
just
my opinion,
acknowledging.
Yes. In my opinion, I think that if there is some flaw in our knowledge about how to relieve suffering, then straightening up that flaw in the intellectual realm at least might at least lead to better plans to relieve suffering.
Yeah, I think you're doing some helpful. If your book's called that, then that's definitely is gonna have to. It has to have some kind of that in there.
Impact.
Impact or relief.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
suffering?
Something that the end result might be a relief in some more relief in suffering. Yeah,
And that's like
release of it.
that's like your
Get
whole
it?
life, though. I mean, what else are you doing in your life? I mean, not like you're suffering your whole life, but you're trying to prevent it. Or in everything you do, if you want to call it suffering, every move you make, you're why you're doing that. It's because you wanted to do that, and you like needed to do one thing. You're in one state, you need to move to another state. Is that relieving suffering in itself? Maybe.
I'll be watching you.
What?
Every move you make, you
You're just making these big jump references. I mean,
stop it, Carl.
Yeah.
The lawyers are going to be on to us. Bastard.
The process of writing the book gives me hope and relieves my suffering to a certain extent too. On a personal level, yeah.
good. This thing's going real slow. I'm trying to check these messages, but it's going so slow.
Stop being so slow, thing.
Wi-Fi.
Oh
The
man.
Wi-Fi is slow.
Because we want to see the messages, please, or
Bottleneck.
hear them.
Bottleneck.
I want to hear the messages.
Yeah, I want to try to mess with this. Can you talk amongst yourself for a minute? You think?
Oh, sure.
Can
Well, let's talk
Poland-
amongst ourselves for a minute.
Can Poland and Switzerland talk?
Yeah.
Poland and Switzerland here. How you doing? How you doing, Switzerland?
I'm doing okay.
I'm Poland. I've been invaded by Germany. It kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of
It hurts
hard.
it hurts right in the liver.
Uh,
Germans particularly treat
Well-
liver bad.
Yeah, I've been getting over an injury myself. Been coughing, and had gone to Capital Medical Center and
For
the emergency
For
room.
coughing,
Yeah.
chronic coughing.
Once you cough a lot, you got like layers between your lungs and your rib cage, and they start like splitting or whatever, and they create friction. And then when it hurts to cough, that's when you know, dude, I got a problem. Not when Carl coughs for like
What can they do
3
about
weeks or whatever. Oh no, that's fine.
that? What can they do about that?
Oh, so
Medical-
Guys, I love what you do.
I
You
was.
guys make it possible for Mother.
What?
What are you doing? You're talking amongst yourself, Chris.
Oh, I was just given steroids and an inhaler and whatnot, and so
How's
So
your health?
does it just make you stop coughing it?
eventually,
Right?
yeah,
Are you still coughing?
progressively slower.
Yeah.
Did you figure out the timing of your
Weaker.
inhaler yet?
Who?
You.
What?
Did you figure out the timing of your inhaler?
Oh, no,
No.
no. I mean, I just try to inhale as I plunge the plunger, and it's just like whatever. I get this like dot feeling on the tip of my tongue, but I guess it's okay.
You're having this, to me, it's kind of a funny problem when you're like,
Yeah.
and then you couldn't inhale it right. Like,
Yep.
all right. It's like that's like
So
a
I presume you can get the same problem with that, the membranes barrier, whatever, between lungs and rib cage stuff.
Yeah.
From laughing too much too. Is that possible? Do you think?
Oh yeah, Carl, you're always laughing.
Well,
We gotta take a
maybe,
break.
maybe, but coughing is much more like percussive,
radical
like
change and
like
pressure,
force, and
Yeah. Here's this message.
Guys, I love what you do.
Thank you.
You guys make it possible for Mother Nature to just flow, man. And I think you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Listening to your message on space right now, and I think protons have a big thing to do with it, man. Listen,
Is this a joke
if
voice?
you give me a call back, we'll discuss some stuff. Really, you guys are far out, man. You guys are really far out. You guys are really far out.
What?
I think
Keep doing you, man.
How far are we?
The public wants it.
What was the last thing you said?
the public wants it.
What does the public want?
Well, our far outness.
Guys, the public wants it. Keep doing you, man.
Keep doing
The
you.
public wants it.
Oh, thanks, public. It's good to hear for your support.
Hell yeah.
even if you're holding your nose when you talk.
I think really overall from the like people who are just calling and just saying insults, versus the people who say good job, I'd say the insults are way winning right now. So thank you anyway, though. But the public wants it. I guess some of them do and some of them don't. Okay, yeah, but I think you know, even if you, for most things, there's probably more people ignoring than enjoying. So
What?
for all those.
I'm so offended. Let's
What?
go out there and
What did that person say about Mother Nature, though? I did catch.
I didn't really get it all. I'm not
Mother
sure.
Nature.
You think that was that guy's real voice, or was that
No.
a joke voice?
I think he was holding
I
his
think there's
nose.
some people that it could genuinely sound like that.
doing this kind of joke voice.
It sounded
Yeah.
sort of like, you know, an older side of middle-aged female that might have been
Kind of sounded like Robin to me, maybe a little bit too.
Robin.
Yeah, you remember Robin, Carl? Remember?
Yeah, a little bit, but I think Robin is a little bit deeper.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, it's the program.
I think you're the wrong number.
No, it's not.
Who are you looking for?
I'm not sure the name, but you're calling TV. I called the number back just by calling back the number that called me, so it's the number.
This is a TV
That
show.
must have been my brother. I'm sorry.
Is your brother available?
No, I don't know who this is. Who is it? Can I take a message?
Yeah, tell him that we're on TV. It's Your Daily Hour with me on TV, and that we're calling him back.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. That guy sounded like it could have been him.
If he just held his note or something.
Yeah, he's starting to tell you, you guys are doing really good things here. I think to me, that's what it sounded like to me. So it's possible that that's what was happening.
Yeah.
Here it goes. Try to call Freddie, the
I think
producer.
that's maybe maybe a Bill Cosby voice, actually. you know,
Well,
one of the.
Were we doing Bill Cosby impressions here? Like,
Yeah, we're talking about Jello pudding
oh,
pops.
Jello pudding, and hipping and the hopping. Oh, Jello pudding.
So when he had this animated series, that voice that you just did kind of like reminded me of like the character with the hair that went past his eyes or something. He had like eyes within
on
the
Fat Albert?
hair. Yeah.
I never really watched it.
That's it.
Well, I mean, that's the show.
Hey, you've
but-
reached Freddie Dobler. I can't come to the phone right now, but if you leave me
Well,
a
I
nice
needed to
message,
remind
then
her
I'll
what
call you
the
back as soon as I can.
Name
Thanks
of
a
the
lot.
show was. The show is Fat Albert.
Hey, Freddie, it's the program. You're probably sleeping. You can call us back.
And that's a good thing. So sleep in.
Sleep well, sweet dreams. Hey, look at this.
Oh my goodness. It is time for info time. So, you're watching your Daily Hour with me. It's an hour-long hyper-live call-in television talk show that's recorded every day in Thurston County, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 366 on leap years. Days on leap years. YDHWM began on September 19, 2010. Tapes a week in advance, so if you're watching this on TV, channel 22 at 11:30 p.m., this episode taped on the same weekday of the previous week. If you're watching this at 2 a.m., this episode taped on the same day of the month of the previous year. You can also watch any episode of the program on YouTube.com. Anyone can come on the program, especially you. We rely on the community for content, so give us a call at 360-836-4384 to leave a message. We'll play your message on the next episode and call you back. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hell's yeah, as they say in France.
So, you see anything on the streets in the last two months or whatever it is, Luke?
Yeah, like even just today, I went over like Evergreen and on Red Square, they got that dome of grass. Somebody put a toilet on top of it, and I thought that was interesting. Because like
Artistic expression, I guess.
and I thought that maybe that toilet came from this place along Division Street, where I saw some like two toilets out on the sidewalk.
Yes.
Remember seeing that, Carl? It's right. That's in your neighborhood, right?
Yeah. That's just across the street from the Basil Leaf Restaurant.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just like I see so many stuff like little weird things that hey, that don't look quite right. But is the police gonna haul that away? I don't know if the garbage collector would really haul porcelain toilet away, but
It made it to.
There's probably a porcelain toilet recycling program. Yeah. I'll bet you the Thurston County website on how to dispose of your objects probably has something for that.
It made it to the place though.
well, that's too much effort to.
Oh, that's just something I pieced together in my mind. I was suspecting
Yeah.
that one of those toilets from over there in Carl's neighborhood ended up on the top
Well,
of the Evergreen
it would
Hill.
make sense, I guess.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're gonna do with the toilet.
Worship the damn thing.
Worship.
Toilets are very useful. They relieve a lot of suffering. Yeah.
Like you can just use it, hook it up and shit into it.
Yeah, hook it
Yeah.
up and shit it. Make use of all the toilets around here. God damn it! No unused toilets. That's like they're remodeling my apartment complex, and I saw a trailer full of the old refrigerators from the old apartments, and I thought, are they going to just like grind those refrigerators up and recycle the metal, or check to see if they're still working and like give them to people who need fridges?
Did you get a new fridge?
Yeah, we got new fridges in our new units.
I bet your old fridge was better than the fridge that I have now.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't like it would have to be pretty bad to be not as bad as mine is. So
Yeah, the one I had in that apartment for 15, almost 20 years, it kept running nicely. Yeah, no problem.
maybe I can get one. Did you get like a newer fancy fridge? Is like your new one?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing we noticed about our new fancy fridge was like the door was hinged on the other side.
Oh.
And we didn't like that, so we said, come over here and rehinge our door on the other side. We like that better.
Did they do that?
Yeah, yeah.
How does that work?
Fridges are basically, symmetrical in construction.
Oh yeah.
They just have screw holes for the hinge brackets on both sides of the box, and the screw holes that are not being used are just covered with some little plastic plug. You pull the plugs off, unscrew the hinge brackets, and switch them on the other side. And yeah,
I mean, how long have refrigerators been around? Like since like the
I don't know.
the 1900s or maybe later than that, like the 20s.
Yeah, I don't know the history of fridges.
If I don't either, but I'm totally guessing. But I'm gonna say the 20s. That
Well,
makes sense to me, right?
Maybe.
20s?
The 20s.
But
you think everything before
I
the
would
20s?
say that the beef needs more salt, just to kind of keep it,
Preserved.
preserved.
Yeah.
What?
The beef
That's what-
needs more salt.
That's what Carl
What about the
says.
beef? Okay. So fridges from the 20s. I think they started making fridges from the 20s. Let's just say the 20s, and then
Yeah.
they made 100 fridges or whatever, and then like 10 years later, they're like, those fridges are old. Let's make new fridges, and then they threw all those fridges from the 20s and they threw them in the dump or something, or
Yeah, most
or-
likely before the days of recycling.
Yeah.
And
and then every 10 years. Almost all fridges are gone because you have a fridge that's 10 years old. That's old, right?
Oh, I hear that Puget Sound at Percival Landing used to be like
Full of fridges.
a landfill. Well, not full of fridges, but people just dumped a whole bunch of crap in there.
1.7% fridges. Not
Yeah.
all of them.
Where are all those fridges though? There's so many fridges. I bet they're manufacturing fridges every day.
Yeah.
Like somewhere with the computers.
China.
Have you seen in China? Is that where they're making them?
Probably.
Have you seen the new fridge with the computer? It's like they glued a tablet to a fridge.
Nah.
It's like, why do they do that?
No.
So you can watch the internet while you open the fridge.
Oh God.
So you can leave notes
Watch
to your
the
family
internet.
and stuff.
Oh boy.
Why don't you separate
Well.
those things? But they want them together.
Hey, Carl has a phone tattooed to his hand. Why not tattooed to a refrigerator?
It's tattooed.
Yeah. Carl got
Okay,
one of those.
super-
Hi, Kitty. Dan. You coming back? Bye.
All right, it's Dan D.
Or if it's not super glued, then it's stitched on.
So they got a bio circuit in your palm.
Yeah.
There you go. Hello?
It's like that you can make that
Hello?
hand gesture for a telephone. And literally, in the
Yeah.
future, there'll be phones
Oh my God.
in your fingers.
Thumb and pinky.
Call me.
Oh, cow. That's so weird.
That's so inevitable. Unless, of course, the economic crash comes first. And then, well,
Oh, it probably will.
none of these weird, wonderful things will
But
happen.
people will still have, like, be able to manufacture Google Glass or, phones in your hands,
Yeah, for the elite.
200, 300 years
Belonging
from
to
now.
Dan
Dobler
Dobler.
is full. Can no longer accept new messages this time.
and cannot accept new messages at this time. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Does
or
he-
please try again later.
Does he know that?
No,
No.
he doesn't.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yes, goodbye.
He just assumes that he's not been getting phone calls.
He doesn't know.
If he doesn't
Oh, he's
hear
calling
the
us back,
phone-
actually, though.
Oh,
Damn.
nice.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Dan, how you doing?
Dan!
Fine.
You're awake, huh?
Dr. Kitty.
Did we wake you?
Dr. Kitty.
Yeah, I'm a doctor.
Dr. Kitty. And is this Dr. Kitty?
It
Yes.
is, yes.
And Nurse Turner.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Did we wake you up?
What?
Did we wake you up? Were you sleeping or were you awake when you?
No, Dr. Kitty. No, Dr. Kitty. Yeah, your secretary's here.
Oh, well, yeah, good. I sent her over. I'm glad she made it.
Yeah, your secretary's here. We're having a good time. We're having a party.
I told her. I said, go party with Dan Dobler, secretary, Miss Ross. What? I said, Miss Roth Torseknoff, go meet up with Dan Dobler and have a party. She listened to me.
Yeah. You're there. Well, and first time I met your secretary. First time she came over here, I thought she was Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, no, Miss Ross Torseknoff looks like Marilyn Monroe.
Does she dress like her? Or?
Yeah, what did? So she's like a blonde, bombshelly kind of breathy woman, then, huh?
That's it. Hey, Dr. Kitty.
Yes.
Dr. Kitty.
Yes. Yes.
Do you have any more? Dr. Kitty? Do you have any more marijuana?
All the marijuana in the world, Dan. You can. I'll send it right over to my secretary.
What?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah. I'll send it over with the secretary.
I like some. I need some more. I'm almost out. I'm almost out, and I need some more.
Oh yeah.
I need some more. I need some more marijuana.
Yeah. The secretary will send right over there. Or they have stores, and you can just go to the store. It's like the gas station now.
Well, Dr. Kitty.
Yes.
You want me to have a certain kind. You only want me to have you only want me to have a certain kind of marijuana. I mean that's why your secretary brings it. That's why she brings it.
Yeah.
Your secretary brought
that's why
some.
I'm a doctor.
Your secretary brought some, but she and I smoked it all.
Oh yeah. Well, the next time she'll have to bring extra.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Dan. I'm glad you're feeling good. I'm glad I could help.
How you doing, Kenny?
Oh, I'm doing real good. Luke is here too. You know Luke, right? Agent Phil.
What?
Luke, aka Agent Phil, is here.
Agent Phil.
How's Frederick?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't talked to him in maybe 2 days. Or was he here yesterday or 2 days ago, right?
I haven't talked to him for a week.
Oh, really? You gotta talk to him. Hey, Dan, you wanna play the dice game?
No.
Oh, you don't? I do. We're gonna play it anyway. Have you been trying to call him and it hasn't been working out, or what?
What?
Did you try to call him and it didn't work out? Carl's having a hard time getting up.
He hasn't called me back. He hasn't called me back. He'll call me.
He'll call you. Don't worry about it. Excuse me. I'm choking on peanuts. We're rolling a dice here. We're gonna see how this goes. How's your elbow, Dan?
Better.
Good. They fixed it up. Here it goes. I have a 4. Carl's a 5, and I don't remember what Luke has. I don't know if
2.
2. Here goes. 1, 4.
Haha! I am the loser still.
Yeah, me too. I got 500 points. Hey, look at this. 1 year ago today.
What happened to me the other day?
Kitty?
Yeah?
Reed's back.
Oh, yeah? Did you talk to him?
He's
On this
back.
episode, I describe how a massive comet almost collides with
He's back in
Mars.
Olympia.
Oh my gosh.
First episode in the garage.
Sort of. Less dramatically.
What?
More
It's the
science.
first episode in the garage.
Holy fuck.
No, Reed. Reed.
Yeah, he's
he's
back.
back in Olympia.
Charlie.
Season 14, y'all.
I'm glad that Reed's back.
Have you talked to him?
Yeah, I'm seeing him tomorrow morning. I'm seeing him in the morning at 11:30.
That's cool.
What are you gonna do?
Make some more
Have
video?
coffee.
What? Oh, coffee. I like coffee. A Jack in the Box?
Yeah.
Good. Good.
And orange juice.
No.
I'm gonna treat him to a cup of coffee.
You're gonna dream of coffee?
I'm gonna treat him to a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
What do you say?
I'm a dream of coffee.
You're gonna dream of coffee?
I'm gonna. I am going to treat him to a cup of coffee.
Oh, treat him.
That sounds good. That's very kind of you.
Yeah.
Reed probably likes coffee too.
Buy him some coffee.
Yeah.
All right.
Kitty.
Yes. Yes.
Do I seem high? Do I seem high?
No.
No, I don't think so. Why?
Are you floating?
You seem. No, you seem
What?
You seem like you're regular to me.
Okay.
Good. All right.
Don't float, bro.
Hey, thanks, Dan. Thanks for talking to us today. Okay.
Well, Dr. Kitty,
Yes.
you will bring some more marijuana. Your secretary will bring some more marijuana, right?
Yeah. Right away, sir.
Can you have someone come over with some tonight? Another secretary.
What do doctors call their
another
patients?
secretary.
Is their name?
We over some more.
Patient Dan? Yes,
Right.
patient Dan. Patient Dan, they'll bring you right over from Miss Rocktorno.
Well, good night.
Good night, Dan. Sweet dreams. Goodbye. Hey, do I seem high right now? That's just what Dan said. I was just making a little
No.
joke. That's what Dan said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're getting down to it. I'm pretty sure we're getting close to the thing, and I think we're
Like,
Did we do the third dice game then?
yeah. That sounds like a good idea.
I was assumed to be high by some teachers back in high school once.
Are you high?
Yeah, they'd be looking at me,
You are low, sir.
and like, I don't even do that stuff much. And I certainly wasn't doing it back in high school.
Uh-huh.
And I was just behaving in such a way that they thought maybe this guy is high, so they're, like looking in my eyes and stuff. See if I got dilated pupils.
When was that? Is that the 80s?
No, the 70s, late 70s.
In the 70s, they thought, yeah.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Okay, these dice, they, there's one on the ground with a 1 on it.
1,
1, 1, 2.
2.
I got 1 too, so we're like tied.
Then
Oh,
what?
no, you won, Luke.
No, I'm the
Luke
2.
has a 2.
I'm
Luke
the
has a
2.
2.
Oh.
I think I won it. Look at all those 4s, or what? Were those supposed
Those
to be?
weren't rolled, the other ones.
Those weren't supposed to be all 4s.
One was a 5.
5, and then one was
Uh,
something else, right? 6? Was it a 6? I think it was a
Because Kenny, you just won 1 round.
5, 4. Now, do I have 1,000 points or what? I don't know what's going on anymore.
All right.
Well, only the editor will find
Pity
out.
one.
Do I have 1,000 points?
I don't know. We'll say so right now.
And
if we're wrong, like next week, you know, when Freddie looks at the thing,
well,
and he
no,
says,
we're just gonna say I won. I mean, that's whatever. Okay, I'll take
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
so we can be wrong if we want.
I'll
Why
concede.
am I still talking on the phone? Me and Zilger.
I don't know why you're still talking on the phone.
I gotta get off the phone. Right?
Well,
All right, y'all. I got a bust.
Oh, you gotta,
All right.
catch,
Later.
you gotta catch the bus. Thanks, Luke. Thanks for coming today. Be back. Don't be a stranger, please.
there you go.
Oh yeah, you can call too, Luke, when you're you know, being antisocial or whatever it is. Stick in the house. Yeah. Luke's getting his backpack. Bye, Luke. Catch that bus.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Now what are we gonna do? Luke is gone.
Well, I went up to SeaTac today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and with this time that I have in the car, with the commute going up and coming down, I was able to kind of, well, work on. I didn't really do anything. I didn't really finish anything, but at least I got a feel of what I could probably potentially be doing with the iPad, using it as an artist tool rather than a laptop. It certainly is really interesting. And
You're playing with the iPad while you're driving?
no. I was in the back seat, and
Oh, okay.
someone else was driving, and I was carpooling with 4 other people. No, 3 other people. I was the 4th person. And I was just thinking long and hard about Jennifer and I were such game addicts in one sense or another that it kind of hindered both of us to only play games. But once I didn't use this iPad at my place for like 2 weeks or 5 weeks or however long it's been, it was really easy to basically just wipe the iPad and start off fresh. And I have found there is one app in particular that is really kind of interesting. You can form the shapes of letters to create pictures. So, like, for example, someone has drawn commas for eyes and the C for a chin. I want to be using these kind of apps in the future, so I guess I'm glad that I took the time to discover them and say, wanting to erase the iPad to have this word cloud app. This person that was doing word clouds,
Hello,
public domain.
Dan. Hey Dan, are you putting the phone up to the radio? Yeah, he was. He wanted to show us the song.
Hola.
Yeah. He's gone now. He called,
Oh.
put the phone up to the radio, and then hung up.
Oh.
So you're doing this. So what makes this yours? If you're using this iPad app so much, it sounds like it's like kind of the iPad app is doing more of the decision making than you are.
Well, yeah. Well, how do I answer that? I don't know.
Hello. Is this the Beatles? Hello. Dan's playing tricks on us.
Ask that question again.
Ooh, it seems like the app is doing the work.
Oh, well, yes and no. You have to enter in the text, or you have to rotate, like, for example, this app that you paint with letters of the alphabet or whatnot. You still have to pretty much do the work. On the other hand, I did find a couple of apps that are able to generate a Monet-style painting or Van Gogh-style painting in like mere seconds, and I'm just like floored.
Oh, like the kind of thing that you're doing.
Yeah, right, in one capacity or another. So I'm just like, I'm sort of glad that I kind of put games to the back burner a little bit and want to focus more on putting games on the iPad first, and anything that's art-centric. There's a couple of showroom gallery apps that I could put on the iPad as well. So, yeah, I guess I'm preparing for Arts Walk in October without, really putting myself out in front of that, out on that trail. I just started walking like, hey, I'm going here. This is how I'm following the energy of the universe or whatever.
iPad apps is the future of art.
Potentially, yeah. Yeah. So it really makes things easier. One of the things that I tried to find through the iPad is a vector-based tracing app, which is kind of like Inkscape or what Adobe Illustrator is. I don't know that I wasn't able to find anything that would trace a raster image and turn it into a vector quite yet. And it could exist right now. It could exist, 2 weeks from now. Who knows?
I don't know even.
But
raster vector.
Raster is kind of like Photoshop, and vector is like just like straight lines. No matter how close you zoom into the picture, it's still one straight line. There's no jagged edges at all ever.
What about curved edges?
Well, there are curved edges, but it's like a slope. There's no like jagged teeth or anything like that through a vector drawing program, which is really you're able to have like an image be you can blow it up 2 billion times and it would still look as sharp as something that was printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper.
2 billion.
Yeah. The vectors are basically mathematical calculations. So when you got like this stroke or this slope or this curve or whatever, it's mathematically generated, and it's never gonna degrade in quality at all ever. That's the nature of vectors.
Wow.
And so I'd like to be able to illustrate with vectors as well. If not on the iPad, then certainly, at home in the upcoming future.
You like the vectors better?
Well, no, it's not a question of better. my time at the Art Institute of Seattle, I was like, when I saw this app about making 2 commas like eyes and like the chin a C or whatever, it's like that's really
Like emoticons?
well, yeah, I guess in some degree, but you could like
Like ASCII? Is that what you're talking about?
well, maybe. ASCII is more up and down, and you would make the J go like diagonal or whatever. However, you can illustrate a picture. One should be able to illustrate a picture and have fun doing that. And if you're not having fun with your art that you're doing, you must be doing it wrong. That's my whole philosophy of art. So,
Yeah, fun. What
Yeah.
else? Suffering?
well, the suffering,
What if
maybe
you're suffering.
earning a little bit of money. Who knows?
Making money, suffering. Having
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
maybe.
It's I think I called getting onto it a while ago, but I think I was wrong. I called it too early this time.
Well, it's okay. We
Calling it again though.
yeah. Well, looking forward to hearing that ring here pretty soon.
You looking forward? We're gonna
Yeah. Well, I'm going over to my parents tomorrow.
you chop more wood.
No, my dad has a computer problem, so
You're gonna fix his computer.
yeah, it was kind of an interesting thing. I guess it was a good thing that I had the iPad up there because he wanted to kind of share his screen. Sometimes he shares a screen with me in order to say, "Oh no, you have to click that, click this," and it's almost like I'm doing tech support.
Yeah, can't you just like take over
right
his whole
for-
computer
Yeah.
from your computer?
Well, no, when I was in SeaTac, I needed something portable, so the iPad was portable, and I was able to look at my dad's screen through the Red Lion Wi-Fi of SeaTac, and it's cool.
Thanks, Luke. Thanks for being here today.
You're welcome, Kenny.
Carl, thanks, Carl.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, Dan Dobler. And that weird guy,
Nose holder.
nose holder. That's a funny name. And maybe his potential brother, or maybe they were the same person.
Oh my God. Maybe we'll never know.
Yeah. I think it's all the people we talked to today.
Yeah.
Try to relieve your suffering. You don't have to live in suffering. You can relieve it. Or you can deal with it. Deal with your suffering. Suck it up. Deal with it.
Okay, goodbye, suffering.
Suck it up.
Until-
Not goodbye. Embrace. Hello.
Well,
Not-
tomorrow.
Not goodbye. Hello. Back to our suffering.
Oh,
relief
boy.
from suffering from 5 Episode 1697. TCTV channel 22.
11:30 p.m. and 2 a.m.
YDHWM.com. Check it out. 360-836-4384. Crew, everybody on the crew. I'm doing thinking if you want though. Andy, Bob, Bridget, Cheater, Jolly, Icarus, Jessica, Megan, Lisa Ginsey, Ursula, UFO FBI, TCTV, thank you, Crystal Ball, LaBebe, Jordan E, Fabulous, Thurston County Washington State, USA. Thank you, viewers.
Only. Woof.
Bye.
Later.
Coming up on the next episode of the Pro.
Your daily out with me.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. It's the program's commercial.
Today, we talked to John Webster.
And he doesn't turn off down his TV.
What did he
Or
say?
radio.
What did John say? He said something. Yeah, to watch the film, I guess. Oh, it's been a year. It's been a year
Yeah.
for him.
I've been here a year, and p.m. and 3 a.m. But don't call because we're dead.
Dead.